Hello Capricorn, this is Chronic Joy Tarot, and this is going to be your mid-month update for September 2017. Cards have been cleared and shuffled. I've drawn one oracle card for you already to give us a sort of a theme for what to work on in the next couple weeks. This is a channel about your personal and spiritual development, less about predictions of what might happen. So I want to thank everyone for the likes, the shares, the comments, and the subscribes. It's been a great ride. I'm having a great time, and thank you all for being here. Okay, Capricorn, this is where we're at for you. You're seeing this situation accurately. The first thing that comes to mind for me is that if you're in there's two things. Either you're in a conflict within a situation, or a situation isn't feeling right to you and you want out of it, or you want to make it better somehow, make some changes. Trust yourself. Trust yourself to go in that direction, okay? And the other way that I see this is if you have a goal that you haven't yet started to go down the road toward yet, but you're not sure, then trust yourself. That, basically the bottom line of this card is trust your instincts, because nobody else's opinions, even if they're supporting you or negating what you think, matter, right? Yours matters, your instinct, your intuition, you're living your life, and you can make the decisions, even if you're in one of the closest, relationships, and that, your decisions might affect others. If you follow your true instinct, nothing you do can really harm anyone, because you're just following the path of your life, right? So just know that you are the only one that knows what is correct for you, okay? Let go of any self-doubt. Try to let go of any self-doubt. I know that's an easier thing to say than to do. And, allow your instincts to guide you right now. Okay, this is a spread called the Flying Bird. This is our first card. This is where you start out. This is where you are now, the energy of the moment, called the point of liftoff. And then we travel through, we go through some internal energies and some external energies to come to a new level of awareness. Okay? All right, Capricorn, yeah. So the first card where you feel where you are is this card called the Outsider. Now, in this card, this is sort of giving us the feeling that we aren't where we want to be, right? We feel left out from a situation, or we feel left out from, say you aren't in a relationship and you really want to be in one, and you feel like you just don't have, that it's not coming for you, and you're set apart from the possibility of having one. Or maybe it's a new job that you want to achieve and you feel that you just can't get there, right? So the little boy who's looking here at the rainbow world beyond the gate that he wishes he could be a part of already is a part of it, right? The gate here, the lock that's there holding the chain down, isn't even closed shut. It's not engaged. So this sense of being separated from that which you desire is it's false, right? And possibly you've strayed from following your instinct, and you're maybe too much in your head and saying, I don't deserve it, or I'm not worthy, and I can't ever get there. It's too much, I'm never going to do all the steps that it takes to get there. I can't, right? That's all just stories that you're telling yourself. Your instinct and your gut and your higher self knows better, okay? Now, if it's a situation where you want to avoid it, right, and your instinct's telling you that, then trust that too, okay? But this card indicates that as much as you might feel you're separated from the things you desire, you're right in the perfect right place in order to get it, because you're standing within your own self, right? You're in your own spirit, you're in your own soul, and tapping into your instinct more will guide you there more easily. The first energy here, this is an internal energy position, And it's also called the fear of flying, right? The whole spreads the flying bird, and this is the fear of flying. So this would be the thing that could possibly block your progress, okay? Yes, the sense of existence. So that's interesting because this tells us, this basically says you are exactly where you are, and wherever you are, that is home. Okay? So this is kind of, paired up with this card here, the outsider, wishing you were somewhere where you're not, or wishing you can get somewhere and you feel separated from it. Kind of tap into the knowledge that you're already there. Like maybe not physically in the real world, you're not in that new position at work or whatever, but you are in the exact perfect place in order to progress, in order to move forward, in order to get there, right? And what it's going to take is more work of listening to that inner voice, listening to your own instinct. Don't take, everyone's opinion down and figure out what everyone else thinks, how you should get to the place you want to be, or reach your goal, or I don't know, if you're in a situation, say you're in a situation at work or in a relationship that you're not enjoying, and your gut is telling you, I don't want to do this. Trust that. Because then that rainbow world where you're feeling more balanced and your instinct is in alignment with what's happening around you is right around the corner if you just trust the path of your life. Okay? This next card is our first external energy. Yeah. So by being able to tap into your instinct more and trusting yourself and not listening to the opinion of others, and not really, defying others. It's not that. It's just hearing others' opinions, thanking them, acknowledging it, but then proceeding to what your instinct tells you. Just proceed gently in your life the way that naturally comes to you. And that's going to have a healing effect. You might feel there's a separation right now between your heart and mind, what you desire and what you see or what you think is possible, and or your third chakra, the self-empowerment space that is in you, that maybe you feel disconnected from that. Maybe you feel a little disempowered right now. But I'm telling you, get on that track to follow your instinct and know, this existence card also has a sense of ease about it, of contentment, that everywhere I am is exactly where I'm supposed to be, right? Even if I'm in a place that's not comfortable, that discomfort is like my little road sign to tell me to go in another direction. Everywhere, every experience that you experience is there for you. It's not happening to you, it's happening for you. And when an experience comes along that's uncomfortable, you have the opportunity to make a decision to navigate away from it. It's all for you to make your own decisions instinctually to proceed with your life. You're healing. You're on the path to sort of marry that heart-mind connection, that body-mind connection, and you're there. You're getting there. You're doing it. So, be proud of yourself, Capricorn. It's a good thing. The next internal energy is a mind card, and it's the card of politics. So this is cautioning you, first of all, to always be your authentic self. Don't wear your masks. We all have masks that we put on, and that's part of being human. But don't wear them more often than the mask is off, right? And by following your instinct, that mask will fall away. You don't have to put up false fronts. You don't have to act like, oh yeah, I love this job, it's so fun, when you don't really love it, right? You don't have to be crabby at work either, but internally you start making the moves toward the new situation that you want, right? We're not stuck. In any moment, we're not stuck. We always have a choice to make a move, and you do too. And then the other half of this card, I said caution of the masks that you wear, and be more your authentic self wherever you show up. Be aware of others too and their masks, because you might have a desire that you want to go toward and others are telling you that's not a good idea, right? Well, most everybody that's going to offer their opinion it's, I mean, all of us, that's what we are. We offer our opinion, but it's our perspective on it, right? That's serving us. So anybody that's like trying to divert you from what your instincts are telling you, that's for them, right? They may have fears about you making the wrong move, or they may have insecurities that if you make that wrong move, you'll leave their life or whatever. You know what I mean? This is about your instincts and your life path. And it does not have to be, this conflicting sort of a fighting all the way to get there. It's a simple, gentle, internal knowledge of what's right for you. And then you just point your toes in that direction and then start to proceed. It's a very simple shift. Okay? On the outside world, you might feel like your goals are out of reach. This is kind of like the outsider card here, but this is more of a real sadness and longing instead of a hope. A hope I can get there, right? This is more of this is how I'm reading it right now. This is more of a wistful sort of, my rainbow world is never coming. I'm sitting here in this cold, dark, cloudy place, and I'm never going to see what I want. And that is part of being human too. Don't let those moments go too long, because just look back 6 months ago. Was your life the same exact as it is now? Or even, last week or yesterday? It's constantly moving forward. So yeah, your dream's still there. And if you have it in sight, it's still there, and it's still yours for the taking. So don't get too hung up in the thoughts and the mind processes that get you stuck, because both of these cards in this middle level here are mind cards, and they're both, and it's internal and external. So this is kind of telling me that at some point in your shift of perspective and following your instinct, your mind's going to jump in and try to stop you. Okay? Don't let it. Say hello to your mind. Thank you for the thoughts. But, carry on. Move forward. Because the root of it and your instinctual desire to move in a certain direction one way or the other because you're seeing your life correctly is what's driving this. And the mind will step in to try to play tricks on us, but don't allow it to stay too long, or it will cause you sorrow. Okay? Yeah. Don't be too separated from your desires. Okay? This is a hard, this is kind of a hard triangulate here. This is like a triple, mind game. It's okay though, because this is what, this is what it means to be human, right? We use our intellect, we use our mind, we make decisions in that way. What we're guiding you to do here is to just drop those decisions down a little further and listen to that inner voice a little more often, okay? Because if you're able to get past these sort of mind games here and trust that your mind is there as a tool, and it does warn you when things, may not be going the right direction, but your heart and soul and your instinct is stronger. So, like I said, thank your mind, acknowledge its presence, thank you for the thoughts, even other people's opinions, this could mean too. Take them in, but don't let them stray you. And if you can get past some of this, habitual energy of those thoughts that kind of shut you down, if you can get past that, this is what's coming, the sense of rebirth. You'll be freed. This 10 of clouds here is sort of, almost the highest apex of the mind set of cards. And you're on your way. You're expanding, you're evolving. The camel, the lion, and the newborn, or the new child. You're expanding. You're evolving from the lower, denser energies into a higher space, and you're doing it. As long as you trust yourself, trust that you're correct in the direction that you want to go. If this situation here, when I first pulled the card, you are seeing this situation accurately. If this for you in particular, because this is a general reading, it's hard for me to get each of you and tell each of you exactly what it is. That's why it's feeling so vague. But if this means you're in a situation you want out of, you can. You're on your way. You're on your way to expanding from it. And I'm not saying this is like physically, like say you're in a relationship that's creating some tight energy and some dense energy that feels like you're not going to get past it, and that you're in sort of a conflict in a relationship you have. Getting what I'm saying by moving past it, it doesn't mean leaving the relationship necessarily. It means creating a new perspective and working together to create, a higher place to operate from, a better level of understanding, so that you can start from another fresh vantage point, right? So, everything isn't literal as far as I'm in a job that I don't love, so I have to leave it. Well, you might be in a job that you don't love, but are there aspects of it that you can develop and that you can put more attention on that do bring you joy, right? It starts out, though, with that instinct, with that one instinctual nudge that tells you, yeah, this is either working or it's not, right? So trust yourself, watch the mind trying to close it down, and move past it to come to a new level of understanding, okay? All right, Capricorn, I hope you enjoyed this reading, and I am going to be back in early October with your next update. Until then, enjoy. Keep your comments coming. I really enjoy hearing from you, and enjoy the rest of your month. Take care.